So when you wrote Let Go, or because we were talking about it, right?
Yeah.
Just
Like two songs kind of come together, right?
When I first started this band, I was like, "Fucking two songs, come on, man, split them." And he was kind of just like, "Nah."
You gotta listen to it.
And then like once I grew into it, I'm like, "This is one song."
One, yeah.
And then today he's like, "Yo, like I've been having trouble." I told him like just randomly. I'm like, fucking, we should work on Let Go. He's like, and I'm like, but I just get stuck because it's like one way, pentatonic parameter. I forgot, or whatever the fuck it's called. It's one beat or melody, and then dun dun dun, or so it goes to the second part. Dun 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 dun. They're both fucking sick as fuck, but they're two different songs. However, when you figure it out, you're like, it's actually one song.
Yeah.
And I was trying to figure out, I'm like, how the
change.
fuck do I write to that? And you're like, well, like, when I first listened to it, what did you say? Like,
well, like,
you broke into two, and then you started writing to one.
Yeah, because like, I think he wanted to put like this part together, you know. I think Alan wanted to put it together somehow, and I was like, okay, so then we do this, and we just kind of like rewrote a part that kind of connects the song, you know.
Yeah.
And we just played it apart where we just kind of, you know, have this music and then you just stop and then it's like a gear shift.
So what you said, you said
shift.
like what I think he went for was to keep people on their toes.
Exactly.
Maybe if he did that, you know, subconsciously. However, the way it came out, that's the way you interpret it.
Yeah.
It's bomb. I forget how it goes. It's the beginning of Let Go.
I said, man, it was just,
and then the end of it.
Gear shift.
Remember when I first started, I'm like, dude, this is like two songs. And I was like, not complaining, but I'm like, bro, these are both fucking sick as fuck.
Well, I remember that, and then I remember when Tony broke it down too, even more. He did it way more commercialized. It was more, you know.
Yeah, kind of commercialized, but more catchy on one side.
On one side, yeah.
On one side. And then they totally like left the other song out, which is the second part, which is like the groovy part.
Yeah.
I mean, we can do that.
No, I don't want to.
It's just that it's one whole song, you know. I think it's just true to your part. I don't know. I don't want to say genius, but I think it is your genius. Because from what I've been hearing, it's like Akashic. We talk about this shit all the time. Whenever I say it, I don't say it to be like trap. I don't want to fucking lead or anything like that, but I want to inspire. I guess it's inspired, but I'm like, yo, go fucking deep. Yeah.
And you guys already know. I'm like, when you hear it, I think you guys just put yourself. Oh, okay. You put yourself into that mode, that flow, and you're like, fucking, let's go deep. That's where we pulled out all these songs.
Exactly.
From before, but
we're just trying to play it differently so people listen to it differently.
Yeah.
You know, they expect one thing, and that's that song particularly.
That's where you done fucked up.
We just kind of like, hey,
hold up, check it out. There's a whole different aspect to the second part, or I guess it is the second part.
Yeah.
Of the lava? I mean, Let Go? Yeah. Because it really, like, the way that I see it, that first beginning is what I started with when I was just playing guitar by myself. So just, you know. And then Glenn came in with the drums. And then I was like, hey, man, I have this song. And then when we played the song, you know. And then I was like, okay, it does need a change. So that's when I came up with the second part.
Okay, so I didn't know that. I didn't know that part. That was unbeknownst to me, or whatever the fuck.
And then,
beer?
Nope, I'm good.
And then, like, the third part, which is that that was
shit,
just that
3 parts.
Yeah, it's a 3-part song.
Holy fucking shit! See, but they were talking about it.
But the way that I saw it was like part A, part B, part C. And that's how I really write my songs. But then when you came in, it was more like, okay, we need a structure where it's like, chorus, pre-chorus,
and the structure never
pre-verse.
The structure never changed though.
It never changed.
The same song.
It just adapted.
Yeah. No, I don't think it changed.
It hasn't.
I think it's the same.
We changed it here
song.
and there. The
Well, I know
mainly the-
I know my playing has changed.
Oh, it has.
Yeah, because I'm thinking more that when I bring you the lyrics, it's more like, oh, okay, well, you know, I'm playing these chords in 4 bars, rather than I'm jamming this shit like 38 times until, you know, we feel that fucking
So you
intermission.
see that? So you see
we,
that.
we made we put dynamics into it.
Yeah, and since it was just me and him,
Yeah.
I had to turn up my bass a lot more. You know, I try to make it more bassy.
We know when we play that part, it's fast, but we know where we're at. You know, like I can play a certain part right on the hi-hat, and then there's like a part where you just, you know, hit the crash. You know, and it's the way he plays it. You know, he'll change his playing like da 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 da, da and then I kind of change my playing too.
Yeah.
And then, you know, he wrote like a little bridge part.
Well, my whole fucking thing about it, it was originally I was criticizing it. I'm like, dude, what the fuck? In my head, I'm like, yo, like I cannot process this shit as a musician or singer or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And then I don't know what me and him talked about it like just sporadically, and just I'm like, what do you think is it? Don't you think it's like a 2-part song? You're like, you kind of didn't say no, but you were just like, so that got me thinking even more, and then it grew on me, and I'm like, this is one fucking song. You cannot break this shit apart, because
it's one of those. It's those weird songs for you, dude.
Yeah, and it changes the shit, and it kind of changes you. You're on one level, and then boop, you're at a different level.
Dude, because we like that weird shit sometimes. You know? And I think that's what we were kind of doing at the time. You know, before we started, you came in and we had to structure everything.
Yeah, it was all sounds.
Yeah, it was just
fucking
trying to do weird
ambient.
stuff. Yeah, really sound ambient, and just trying to like, you know, jam and make music and take whatever, you know.
We were getting on point too with that.
Yeah, there was points where
Then I
like, we were
fucked it
good.
up. My bad.
We did.
No.
We jammed all kinds of shit, you know.
That's dope.
You know, and
I mean, because right now we still kind of have ambient with like Season of the Witch. I hear that shit. Like that
One
intro
of my
just.
fucking favorite. What was it? What were we just talking about?
talking about fucking
Season of the Witch. Holy shit! When you went in on that original, not original, but just like that 8-minute fucking song. You dug fucking deep, dude. Oh, he went in, man. I'm telling you. Anyways, that's one of those fucking songs that.
Yeah, that's on the YouTube.
I like that. The bridge
love that
when
song.
we get to that. I like the bridge when we get to it, when we change it.
How does it go?
Da, na, 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 na.
Oh yeah.
Fucking
punk part.
It even throws me off sometimes, you know. I think I still have trouble with it a little bit, because I'm like, man, I don't have like the right beat, or how do I start off, and I'm just like, you know.
No, I think it comes.
We didn't jam that. I think so.
Oh yeah, when we have to like, you know, figure something out, of course, you know, to like stick with it, you know, because sometimes I change the way I do
on
it.
the table.
Yeah, it's right there.
It's on the floor now.
Yeah, I gotta come in. I want to come into that part with more like confident beat, you know, something that I fucking will stick to, and it'll like catch on with what you guys are playing, because it's kind of a crazy. I want it to be crazy, but I still want it to be like kind of like structured, you know, like I know what I'm playing.
Yeah.
AOT 2020, looking right now.
But I want it to be crazy though. I want it to do like some
be
fills,
continuation
you know?
to the shit
I
that
feel
we're
like,
still
damn.
talking about.
I think you do. You
before.
have.
Yeah, I do, but
And
like sometimes they're
pauses, and then
spontaneous, you
you
know.
guys gotta subscribe. You guys gotta like.
Subscribe and
Like and subscribe. AOT Music.
AOT
Music.
Thank you for
2020.
your support.
And thank you fucking for liking it. If you're one of the 3 or 4 people that like it, you know, this is coming up. And
Yeah,
Shout out to you.
really. Thank you for like listening to it.
Fuck yeah, man. Because this is, you know, how little dreams become realities and huge dreams, and
it's a sea of music, you know.
Yeah,
it's a big.
We do it for you too, man.
It's
not just like a personal thing. I love music, but I want to do music to inspire change or like thoughts.
Yeah.
Be ready.
Yep.
Think more. Helps you think more.
Yep.
Think positive, perhaps, you know. That'd be really good.
Peace
Want to be
out.
influential, so.
Fuck it. Later, dudes.
Yeah, thanks.